let's review Apple's newest 2019 7th generation iPad. What is going on, everyone? It is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and this is Apple's newest iPad, the education-focused, affordable iPad. It's the 7th generation and has a lot of what we've seen before. It still has Touch ID for authentication, a non-laminated display, which is one of the user's biggest criticisms of the new iPad. It supports Apple Pencil, though only the 1st generation. It's like that for two reasons. One, it only has a lightning port, not the magnetic inductive charger down the side, and the initial 1st generation Apple Pencil is cheaper, which, for the budget iPad, is definitely important. It retains the headphone jack and has a pair of speakers, but there are only 2 speakers, unlike the iPad Pros, which have 4 on either side. But again, this is the budget iPad. It's meant for educational institutions and comes in under $300 if you are buying for educational purposes. The second question that we got from people was how powerful the A10 processor was. Is that a problem that they're still reusing this older processor in this new device? And honestly, no. We're getting good scores here in Geekbench 5, 697 for single core and 1397 for that multi-core, and we got 4 gigs of RAM and iOS 13.1. We tried a lot of the multitasking here in 13.1, we tried a bunch of different things, and it didn't seem to have too many issues. Of course, things got slow when we start to try to edit massive raw photos in Affinity Photo, or try editing a video in LumaFusion, but for normal tasks, web browsing, multitasking, taking notes, editing emails, all of that kind of stuff that this iPad is meant for, we're absolutely fine, and it'll be that way for at least a few years. And yes, we did jump into Apple Arcade, and we had no issues playing at many of the titles, including Sayonara Hearts, which was very smooth on this A10 processor. This iPad also still has the same cameras, and I know what you're thinking, who is taking pictures with their iPad? But again, think about the uses for this and the applications of an iPad. AR is pretty incredible on an iPad because of the larger display. It's useful not only for small businesses and AR applications, for home remodeling, and then you have a lot of those educational purposes that Apple has been continuing to highlight. Apple has a huge list of AR games and AR apps in the App Store, even touting ones that have new features for iPadOS. And there's a lot in here, a lot going on. So augmented reality AR is really what those cameras are going to be useful for, even in the classroom. So if all of that is the same, what's new? Well, the biggest one is the screen. It has a new 10.2-inch display, which gives you a new physical dimension to the iPad, as well as more screen real estate. It's pretty useful, especially with all the multitasking features that are coming inside of iPadOS. Everything is much smoother now inside of iPadOS, and we had no issues fitting everything into this display. We could read things on the left, take notes on the right. It was very easy to do, and we really liked that new screen real estate. It also has the Smart Connector, the first iPad on the lower end to include the Smart Connector, which means it'll work with Apple's Smart Keyboard. This is actually a big deal because if you were using this iPad to take notes or respond to emails, typing is pretty crucial, and having a full-size keyboard for the first time on this iPad makes a huge difference when you're typing that much. Your keys aren't so cramped and it's much more comfortable to type on. So yes, Apple didn't revolutionize the iPad this year, but it's an education, budget-focused iPad. It's plenty powerful and makes improvements in the areas that count, in the smart keyboard, in that larger screen size. Those are big deals for people who are using this iPad as an actual device every single day. If you want to pick one up, you can find it for $329, or if you're an educational institution, you can get it for $299. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.